So don't mind my face. I am dealing with a very bad acne. Please be nice with me. This is a reaction I got after using a certain cream. Yes, let's get into the video. I want you guys to watch these clips that I've prepared for you specifically for the women. I'm telling you, please watch every clip because it's carrying a very huge message that you need to listen to as a lady, especially if you're sexually active. Don't mind my face. We're gonna be fine, okay? I'm a very beautiful woman, okay? We're gonna get better. So watch these clips. In fact, let's watch them together.
And lastly, I would like to say that men can harness and harvest your feminine energy, your creative energy, just by being with you. If he starts looking better, dressing better, getting more money, getting more opportunities, he upgrades anything in his life, his career, his fitness, his car, his place, anything that he upgrades in his life while messing with you, that is your creative force, because behind every powerful man is always a more powerful woman every single time. I talked about the Giselle and Tom Brady thing. Every single time you see a woman that's very powerful, is usually followed by a man who becomes successful or becomes successful after dealing with that woman. And you can always tell, because once that woman stops messing with that man, his life don't hit the same. So if it was you and it was just the masculine energy, why doesn't your life look the same after you stop messing with her or after she stops messing with you? It's because it was her energy and her power that created that around you. And also, women are spiritual protectors too.
Do you ever wake up after sleeping with someone and feel off? Not just physically, but like your energy is scattered. Your emotions are all over the place and suddenly you're questioning your entire existence. That's not just a bad hookup, that's an energetic sexual entanglement, and most people have no idea that it is happening. Sex isn't just a physical exchange, it's an energetic one. And when you connect with someone, you're not just swapping bodies, you're swapping emotions, beliefs, and even their unprocessed trauma. So here's how to know you're experiencing sexual energy drain. Number one, you feel anxious or needy afterwards. You're not just craving their presence, you're trying to regulate an energetic imbalance. If after sex you feel obsessed, waiting for their text, or emotionally dysregulated, you didn't just take in their body, you took in their unprocessed emotional chaos. Number two, your mood dramatically shifts. Ever notice how some people leave you feeling peaceful whilst others leave you emotionally hungover? If someone is carrying stress, self-doubt, or low frequency energy, you absorb that through sex, and now it's your problem. And number three, you feel absolutely drained, but you keep going back for more like it's some crazy drug. The connection feels magnetic, but instead of feeling nourished, you feel like you're running on empty, completely depleted. This is an energetic addiction. Your body is craving a fix from a frequency that's actually depleting you. If you have ever experienced any of this, I want you to get completely, brutally honest about who you're sleeping with. Are they emotionally stable? Are they grounded? Or are they walking chaos? You inherit their energy every time you sleep with them. So if you're sleeping with people who leave you feeling more drained than desired, it's time to stop calling it chemistry and start calling it what it really is. Hi, my name is Jessica Vieira, and if you found this real, that means this is for you. Make sure you hit the follow button for more dating polarity and controversial conversations about dating.
Men are always harvesting your energy, girl. Once you become aware of that, you're going to finally start valuing your own time. You're not just going to let it get wasted by any guy who gives you attention, any low value, dusty dude who is all words, no action, doesn't provide anything of value to you in your life. Listen, even in the workplace, this happened to be so many times where male coworkers, managers, bosses, literally, your presence alone, just making eye contact, just listening to them. I mean, girls, how many times have you had male friends, male coworkers, just men in general, talk to you, dump stuff on you, talk through their problems, treat you like the therapist? Just by your presence alone, just by listening, existing is healing for them. And they will take it. If you keep giving it away for free, they will keep taking it from you. And this is why when you're dating, you have to be really careful. Only entertain men or spend time with men, or even texting. Men can harvest your energy when you freaking text with them. They could be across the globe. They could literally be in another dimension, and they could harvest your energy through your attention, through your aura, just your consciousness. If you put your consciousness and you think about that man at all, he is harvesting something from you. Okay, mark my words. When you realize this, like I did, girl, you're going to become free. You know why? Because all of the energy, all of the attention you were giving away to these men, you're finally going to be able to turn that energy back to yourself and nurture yourself, level yourself up, heal yourself. So don't entertain men who don't show through action that they want to provide for you something in your life, something tangible. Do not give your energy away to men for free.
So I really feel like I need to share this story because I feel like this happens to so many people, but we don't understand why. Okay, so there was a time in my life where I was having with someone and I could not understand why every time after I felt so fucking drained. And you know what? He always felt so energized. And I was like, wait a minute, I feel like we just swapped energies here. Like, I'm usually really energized, like always going, have so much energy. And after we would do that, I would get like literally drained, feel like the life was sucked out of me, and then he'd be like bouncing off the walls. And I was like, wait a minute, this feels like we literally just did some like Freaky Friday shit and like swapped energies. And then what happened was in 2016, I had a massive spiritual awakening, and I did a lot of healing work on my energy and XYZ, the whole thing. And what I came to realize and find out was that during something like I can't say it on here, I don't think. During something like that, you are having a massive energy exchange, okay? So we have to be so careful who we are choosing to do that with and like give our body to and literally let inside of us as women, because that's very invasive. Like, someone is literally entering you, okay? So we have to be so careful with who we're letting do that, because like, we are literally transferring energy and sharing energy, and you are literally taking on their traumas and their stuff, and they're taking on yours when you choose to engage in an act like that with someone. So that's why the other thing, watching that's why that is so detrimental to our energy as well, because not only does it have actually really bad effects like neurologically on your brain, but it also has really bad effects on our energy, because whenever we have that happen, it's a massive energetic thing that happens for us, right? So if you are doing that and getting off to the P word, then you are literally taking on the people's energies who you're watching in the video, like in the P word video. And, you don't know what they're doing or what their energy is or what traumas they've been through or what they're taking on or how they feel. So you're not only like giving your energy away to them, people you don't even know, but you're also taking their energy on people you don't even know. So that's why ever since learning this stuff that I stay away from that. And I also am very, very careful who I choose to give my energy to, like, wise in my life. And I've had a boyfriend for now over 2.5 years, so obviously it's just him, so I'm very careful with that now anyway. So nothing to like shame yourself or feel guilty for or anything like that, and no one's here to shame you or judge you, because we don't know these things a lot, right? But if you've ever experienced feeling like that, like, take inventory and pay attention and just start to be careful who you're giving your energy to, like, as a self-love practice for yourself. Like, you are literally taking on their shit and giving them your energy when you do.
Especially if you're sleeping with him, you're picking up on his dusty energy, and you're allowing the excuses that he's giving you to sink in and start to make sense to you, and that's why you can sympathize so easily with him, because now, y'all are combining DNA and, all this scientific communication going on between you two biologically is telling you it's okay to be dusty. It's okay to be with a man child. It's okay to be with dust. You're the mother, take care of him, while he goes out and find him another woman. But see, you're not picking up on that, and all you're doing is just listening to your instinct and taking care of a child. So this is why you don't sleep with dust. This is why you don't surround yourself with dust, because you'll start to want to take in the orphans. Okay, you can't take in them orphans, okay? Because they're not really orphans. They're grown men disguised as orphans. Y'all remember that movie, The Orphan? That's what that is. That's what a dusty is. A grown man disguised as a child, okay? Captain save a dust, right? Save the dust.
Some men are not just toxic. They're energy vampires. Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt like that man was draining your soul? Like when you were around him or when you get off the phone with him, you would literally feel weaker. You would feel like your soul got dimmer. Now that's not just in your head. That's energy vampirism. Your aura can be drained, and some people will feed off your energy. The harsh reality is realizing that sometimes these men do not love you. They just love having access to your body and to your aura. They love having access to your labor and your life force. They love having access to your womb. They love having access to your light. And if you're not careful, they will drain the life out of you, figuratively and sometimes literally. You see, they will take from you, but they will give nothing back. And that's not really love, is it? That's just extraction. They've just extracted your life force. They've extracted your aura. They continue to siphon your energy, and you might not even realize it until it's too late. Pay attention to the signs. If you're constantly forgiving him, tiptoeing around his feelings, walking on eggshells, or sacrificing your peace just to keep him around, then baby, that man is feeding off you. He's not building with you. Psychology even backs this up because most energy vampires will use emotional dysregulation to keep you unstable. They will create chaos. They will have you in a constant state of fight or flight. Your nervous system will be shot to hell. You will constantly feel like if you're fighting for your life in that relationship. And after a while, you're nervous.
Sorry that I have to cut you, but if I tell you that the women in these clips are telling the truth, they are telling the truth. I've personally lost opportunities, even a business or a job, simply because of all the men that I chose to get involved with. And at some point, it wasn't just my career that suffered. Even my energy became drained, all because of certain men. Honestly, I don't know where in the world that you're watching me from, but where I come from, many so-called successful businessmen are part of the secret cults or spiritual practices that involve sleeping with women in exchange for wealth, power, and influence, just by simply sleeping with a woman. So the next time you're about to lay down with anybody, I want you to stop and really think about this. Is it really worth it? That comes with being intimately connected with this man. A lot of women know about this actually. So let's keep watching these clips. I'll come back at the end of this video to give my own 2 cents. Please watch these videos.
System will be affected. You may even start to develop autoimmune diseases because your stress levels constantly have been activated. Your cortisol levels will always be high. In order to protect yourself, you're gonna have to sever that soul tie. You're gonna have to cut the energetic connection that you have with that person because it's become an energetic cord. It's like a cord tethering you to that other person. You will have to sever it. You will have to make peace with the fact that you have to let that person go because they're just draining your life force. You will have to block them or set strict boundaries. You will have to be the one to put the boundaries in place because I promise you, they're not going to be the one to do it because they're benefiting from having access to you. So you're going to be the one to set the boundaries, sever the connection, and protect your energy.
Ladies, a feminine man is basically an energy vampire. He'll drain you, he needs mothering, he needs help, he needs fixing, he needs direction. He's gonna put you in your masculine and you are gonna burn out. If you're in a situation like that, I highly recommend that you get single. Get single, rest up, recuperate your energy that's been sucked away by this parasite. If he needs mothering, he can go back to his mother. And work on your own level up, work on your glow up, work on your confidence. And the world is going to be your oyster, babe. You are sitting on a gold mine and you don't even know it. You just need some shine, some TLC, and the lack of tolerance for low effort BS, especially from men.
You can accidentally lose your spiritual gifts by sleeping with the wrong person. Whoever you're with will pick up some of your spiritual powers and your gifts simply by sleeping with them because it's a sacred energy exchange coming from the sacral chakra. This is usually why spiritual leaders, when they sleep around, will lose their spiritual gifts to whoever they're with.
Hey guys, I just thought I would quickly answer this. Do you believe that men can siphon our energy, or is it simply that we give too much? So the simple answer is, it's both. But a man siphoning your energy is real and you need to recognize the signs, okay? The signs are very simple. Number 1, you feel drained and exhausted after having interactions with him. Emotionally, mentally, you just feel so depleted after being with him. Number 2, if you feel like there's some sort of energy imbalance in the relationship. And what I mean by that is he just keeps taking. You seem to be giving and he's just taking, but he never gives back to you. You never feel like he's providing any sort of value in your life, but yet you are running around pandering to him, okay? If you sense even the slightest shift in somebody's energy, you need to monitor, because chances are the guy is there just siphoning your energy. A woman protects the man's spirit. He senses that you're giving this strong, nurturing, divine feminine energy. He is going to take it. If you feel like the scales are off, if you feel like you're giving but he's just taking, you feel like he's not matching your energy, you're the one constantly initiating conversations, initiating plans, there is an energy imbalance, and it means he is siphoning your energy.
Yeah, you have to be very selective about who you have sex with. You have sex with anyone, you are literally allowing them to enter your body temple. And why would you just meet somebody and let them into your space in that way? Like, you don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what it is that they're going through, what kind of energy, they're cycling through their body. You might be able to feel something initially, but the truth is like, you really want to be mindful about who you are exchanging energy with. And if you have like multiple partners, and by the way, there's no judgment about any of this. You can do whatever it is that you want. I'm just saying, be mindful of the kind of energy that you're exposing yourself to. Your energy is so precious. You've got your time and your energy are some of the most valuable assets that you are ever going to have. And so you want to protect your energy as much as you possibly can. When you are having sex with somebody, that is such a powerful energy exchange. Like, you are engaging in an act that is literally supposed to help you to feel that expression of oneness and becoming one. And as multidimensional beings, there's no way for you to get around that. Even if you're like, I'm putting up these emotional blocks and I'm not letting them really, get emotionally close to me. It doesn't matter. You are merging your energy in that way. So be careful who you're having sex with, and make sure that that's the kind of energy that you want to be dancing.
Ever wondered why you feel so much lighter when you break up with a man? It's because he was harvesting your energy. I mean that.
You should definitely go and watch that video, because it reminds me of this time where I was reading this guy's birth chart, and I remember him stating that what I noticed is I make more money when I'm with a woman. And then he went on to say that every time that he's ever made the most money in his life, he was with a woman. And he was trying to wrap his mind around the fact that if who I am with this woman is also who I am outside of this woman, why is it that when I'm partnered, I tend to make more money? And also, I looked in his birth chart and noticed that he had a lot of strong house placements when it comes to partnership. So naturally, whenever he aligned himself in partnerships, he was going to make more money. But it's the fact that the energy that he was able to harvest or be able to manifest money when he was with a woman was very different than when he partnered with a man. So it's the fact that if you have certain placements or you have a disposition to manifest more easily in partnerships, whatever you tend to manifest when you're in a romantic situation, you should also be able to manifest just as strongly in a platonic situation or even a business situation. But that led me to this theory, and this woman expresses it so well. The fact of the matter is, men can truly take from a woman's energy, and let's not think of take in a negative way. It's the fact that women can be used as a shock or absorber and also be a means to manifestation. It's pulling on the woman, it's utilizing her energy as a vessel. And at the same time, no matter how much you love a man or how much he loves you, it's the fact that being tied to him, sometimes you'll find yourself in a situation where you have to trade up your powers for partnership. And in that partnership, you'll find yourself being depleted. Or sometimes I'll see women in a romantic partnership with a man, and they will progress, but somehow she'll stay the same. As in, whatever energy is coming up in the relationship is actually benefiting him more than how much she's benefiting from the relationship. And this is operating under the situation where even in the best case scenario, you can often find the man benefiting more from a woman more than how the woman is able to benefit from the man. And I'm talking about this outside of the material possessions, because sometimes men bring up a point saying, if I provide all these things, she's also benefiting. But sometimes the general material possessions is not enough. And we have to think about the ways in which a man can benefit from a woman outside of monetary or even domestic household duties. It's just her presence as a woman that is being pulled on. And at the end result is it benefiting the man more than it actually benefits her. So I say this all to say, has anyone had this type of experience? Have you noticed this in your relationships? Have you ever had to trade up your powers for partnership? What did that feel like?
Why you feel so much lighter when you break up with a man. It's because he was harvesting your energy. I mean that.
No. That's scratching the surface. We haven't even gone as deep as that goes. And let me explain. Men alter your life so much, and it's not even intentional. Like, this is just what happens. You can deny it all you want to, but it has shown, even in the strongest women, dealing with a weak man will change your life financially, physically. And no, it's not all of them. It's just those ones that suck you dry. You can't do anything for yourself. You're always worried about them. They can't do anything on their own. They can't take care of you financially. They can't do anything for you. They're sucking you dry, toxic, all those things. Those kind of men. Now, those strong masculine men that are taking care of you and allowing you to be feminine, those men, they take a small portion from you, but they also fill it back up. It's totally different. Even sexually, when you're having intercourse with a guy who is toxic, or he's on a different frequency than you, he's on a different level than you, you start to become him. Yeah. You start to become everything that he is. If he's fighting demons, you're going to start fighting them. If he's depressed, you're going to start getting depression. If he's anxious, you're going to start feeling a little nervous every single time. And I was talking to one of my sisters and I was like, why every time I have a downfall in life, I was in a relationship every time. And every time I was single, I was my best self. I mean, I created some of the most beautiful things when I was celibate. I think there's more to be studied about this, but I do see a lot of women are waking up, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I honestly feel like that I can't even add anything more apart from what these ladies have said, but I think I can try. These ladies have spoken the raw truth, and what they shared really hits home for me, because you see, like I said, I have personally walked this path. I have lived through these very experiences where some of them they are describing. I've encountered the so-called high value men, the successful ones, the ones who seem to have it all together on the outside. But what I didn't realize then, and what I now fully understand, is that many of these men were energy vampires. Yes, energy vampires in human form. So back then, I don't know what was happening to me. I just thought I was dating, loving, giving, being supportive, being what a good woman was raised to be. I was being loyal, patient, understanding. But what I didn't see clear was that these men were taking my energy, my light, my peace, my confidence, without ever truly giving anything meaningful. Maybe this is why I'm even having this acne. And the crazy part, most of them knew exactly what they were doing. You see, SEEX is not just SEEX. It's not just a physical pleasure or a casual act like society tries to make it seem. It's so much deeper than that. It's a spiritual exchange, an energy transfer. Every time you lay down with someone, you're giving them access to your spirit, to your strength, to your every sense. But here's the thing: they won't teach you in school or in movies or on social media. Men harvest energy from women. Let me say that again. Men harvest energy from women, and they know it. That's why some men feel completely okay sleeping with multiple women, jumping from one body to the next, because for them, it's not just even about physical satisfaction anymore. It's about the energy they are collecting along the way. They tap into your softness, your nurturing, your creativity power, your divine feminine spirit, and they feed off it. You are left drained, confused, empty, while they walk away feeling full confidence and ready to conquer the next, the goal. And if you think this is far-fetched, let's talk about King Solomon. Do you realize why he is still considered the richest man to have ever lived? It wasn't just because he worked the hardest or because he inherited great wealth. No, it was because he understood energy, understood the power of women. The man had hundreds of wives, hundreds of concubines, and it wasn't random. It was intentional. Solomon was harvesting the divine energy from every single one of those women. That spiritual exchange gave him power, insight, influence, favor beyond what the world had ever seen. It was never about lust. It was about energy. And that path principle is still operating today. There are men out there, in business, politics, entertainment, even your everyday neighborhood, who know this spiritual law. They sleep around because they know it elevates their spiritual authority and their material wealth. And here we are as women thinking it's just SEX. It's not. It never was. And I can sit here and confidently say this because I've lived it. I experienced all the wrong things dating this kind of men. I gave away my light without understanding what I was doing. I gave without boundaries, without awareness, and without spiritual discernment. And I paid the price for it. There were days I felt broken, couldn't explain why, times when my business failed, doors closed, or strange things happened in my life. And I didn't know that these spiritual entanglements with these wrong men were draining my power. And I know I'm not the only one, you know. As you're watching me right now, you understand what I'm talking about. Some of you watching this right now, you're feeling empty, confused, stuck, and you don't even realize that some of the men you've laid with are still pulling your energy today, and it's real. This is what we're calling soul ties. It is so real. This is why, honestly, I feel like there's nothing more to say after the things the ladies in these clips have shared. They said it perfectly. They exposed the truth that so many women are afraid to say out loud. Yeah, I hope this video has woken up something in you. So before you get involved with a man, any man, stop and ask yourself, especially sexually, who is this man? Who is he really? What is he carrying? What doors will I open or close in my life if I allow access to him, access to me? What energy is he coming with, okay, or taking from me? Because sis, it's just never about feelings. It's just never about the moment. There are consequences to every spiritual exchange, and the wrong man can cost you your peace, your joy, your purpose, even your future. Be wise, guard your spirit, protect your energy. You're more powerful and precious than you even realize. I truly pray that someone watching today has woken up after watching this video before it's too late. And as always, I want to hear from you guys. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe to this channel if it's your first time to be on this channel. I'll definitely see you in my next video. Yeah, stay safe, stay discerning, stay empowered, and I'll see you in my next one.